Okay, so now, isang example pa tayo sa Laplace equation. So, example. Nakikita niyo naman class yung share screen, no? Sa spherical tayo. Spherical coordinates. So, meron tayong problem. Suppose, meron tayong specific charge density. Let's say sigma naught of theta. Now, this is glued over the surface of some spherical shell. So this is a spherical shell of radius r. Now the question is find the potential inside and outside the sphere. Okay, so yung problem natin, meron kang sphere of radius r. Ayan, meron kang sphere of radius r. Tapos, meron siyang charge density sigma naught of theta. Arbitrary charge density. Now, class, bakit function lang siya ng theta? Kasi yung spherical shell, nagre-reside lang sa r equals big R, di ba? So, bale yung charge density natin, function lang ng polar angle theta. Now, to solve this, let's recall the general solution para sa Laplace equation in spherical coordinates. So, V of r theta, that is equal to summation L equals 0 to infinity. This is A sub L, R to the L, plus B sub L over R to the L plus 1 multiplied by the Legendre polynomials, PL of cosine theta. Now class, ulitin natin yung potential inside. So take note class that inside the sphere, meron tayong R equals 0, di ba? We have R equals 0. Therefore, itong term na to class, inside the sphere, magkakaroon tayo ng BL over 0. So bale, magiging infinite to inside the sphere. So para mabigyan ng remedy yan, we will set BL to 0. Ayan, para mawala yung problema natin dito sa second term, inside the sphere. Kasi class, di ba, inside nagda-diverge ito. Meron kang something over 0. Now, outside naman class, we have R equals infinity outside the sphere. Therefore, yung first term naman yung magda-diverge. Kasi 'di ba infinity raised to something, infinity siya. So bale, outside, we set AL to 0. Now, update tayo. So inside, we have V of R theta. R theta, that is equal to summation L equals 0 to infinity. AL, R to the L, BL of cosine theta. Now, outside naman, we have V of R theta, that is equal to, summation L equals 0 to infinity, BL over R to the L plus 1, PL of cosine theta. So class, nagets pa up to this point kung bakit na-reduce into ganyan yung solution natin? Okay, so yes. Now class, general pa rin to, 'di ba? Hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung potential. General form pa 'yan. So what we will do is we will use boundary condition. So use the following boundary condition. So at R equals big R, dapat V in. So kunwari, let's label this V in. Let's label this V out. So V in of big R theta, that is equal to the V out of R, big R theta. So bakit ganyan? Kasi class, continuous ang potential natin, di ba? So kung meron kang potential outside, dapat equal yun sa potential inside at this boundary. Okay? Kaya V in of R theta equals V out of R theta at the boundary. So ano yung boundary na yon? R equals big R. So now we have, ito yung V in, ilagay, ito lang yon, yung V out, ito lang yon. Now we have, so V in is summation, L equals 0 to infinity. A sub L, take note big R na to, big R to the L, PL of cosine theta. That is equal to summation, L equals 0 to infinity, B sub L over R to the L plus 1, PL of cosine theta. Class, pareho lang to, di ba? Ito, at saka ito. So therefore, this one should be equal to this one. Yung AL R to the L should be equal to BL over R to the L plus 1. So we have A sub L, big R to the L, that is equal to B sub L over big R to the L plus 1. Therefore, pwede nating express yung BL in terms of AL. So we have BL that is equal to A sub L times R raised to 2L plus 1. Ito na yung isang boundary condition natin. 'Di ba class, we have two unknowns, AL and BL. So, nagamit natin yung isa para malaman yung value ng isa. However, we need two boundary conditions. We need two boundary conditions para ma-solve yung problem natin. So, ano pa yung isa? Yung first, continuity of the potential. Yung isa, discontinuity of the derivative at the boundary. So recall natin yung isa pang boundary condition. We have partial V out, partial N, diba class, minus partial V in over partial N at the boundary. That is equal to negative sigma over epsilon naught. So, naalala nyo, ito yung nasa, natin, electrostatic boundary conditions. Now, general to class. So, i-simplify natin yan. Ano yung N sa system natin? Siya yung R. Siya yung normal derivative, di ba, yung R? Ay, siya yung normal coordinate. So, partial V out, partial R. Sige, bakit R yung N natin? Kasi ito, kung ito yung kunwari yung segment ng sphere natin, pag ganyan yung normal direction niya, 'di ba? So bali yan yung along R. Kaya yung N natin, yung normal coordinate, siya yung R sa spherical coordinates. Okay. So minus partial V in, partial R, evaluated at the boundary. So ito ay R equals big R. That is equal to negative, ano yung sigma natin? Sigma naught of theta over epsilon naught. Okay, so class, ano yung partial V out over partial R? So ito, i-derivative natin with respect to R. Tapos ito rin, derivative natin with respect to R. So tignan lang natin. So anong derivative nito? R raised to L minus R raised to L plus 2. So bale we have summation L equals 0 to infinity, negative L plus 1, BL, but exponent, B sub L over R raised to L plus 2. Tama class, yun yung derivative net. Ito yung derivative. PL of cosine theta. Hindi ito magbabago kasi function of theta ito. Partial R lang yung ginagawa natin. So minus summation L equals 0 to infinity. Ano naman yung derivative neto? So bababa lang yung L. So L R to the L minus 1. So yan yung second term natin. So this is L R raised to L minus 1 A sub L PL of cosine theta. Now this is evaluated at the boundary. So evaluated at R equals R. This is equal to negative sigma naught of theta over epsilon naught. So simplify natin yan. Meron tayong summation L equals 0 to infinity, negative L plus 1 B sub L over big R, kasi evaluated na siya, to the L plus 2, PL of cosine theta minus summation L equals 0 to infinity L big R raised to L minus 1 A sub L P sub L of cosine theta, that is equal to negative sigma naught of theta over epsilon naught. So class, di ba yung BL, ano yon? Ito siya, di ba? A sub L to the R to the 2L plus 1. So bali gamitin natin yon. So this is equal to A sub L R raised to 2L plus 1. So meron tayong summation L equals 0 to infinity negative L plus 1 wait lang class, parang mali yung derivative ko. Sorry, this is negative L plus 1. Ayan siya. Yung nagkamali lang ako sa pag-differentiate. So this is negative L plus 1. Kasi siya yung exponent sa baba. So now we have negative L plus 1 A sub L R. So ito, so A sub L R to the 2L plus 1 over R to the L plus 2. So bale R to the L minus 1. R to the L minus 1 PL of cosine theta minus summation L equals 0 to infinity L A sub L R to the L minus 1 PL of cosine theta, that is negative sigma naught of theta over epsilon naught. Okay class, ngayon pagsamahin na natin to. Same lang yung summation, di ba? Tapos same lang na AL din. So pwede nating i-compress yan into one whole sum. So summation L equals 0 to infinity A sub L. Tapos yung R to the L plus 1, common factor din nila. So R to the L minus 1 pala, sorry. So R to the L minus 1 PL of cosine theta. So ano to? Negative L plus 1 plus L. Minus L. So bale, negative 2L minus 1. Tama ba? Kasi ito, negative L minus 1. Tapos ito, negative L. Kasi minus to. So bale, negative 2L minus 1 is equal to negative sigma naught of theta over epsilon naught. Bale, we have summation L equals 0 to infinity A sub L R to the L minus 1 PL of cosine theta. Gawin nating positive 2L plus 1. That is equal to positive sigma naught of theta over epsilon naught. So what we did is nag-multiply lang tayo ng negative sa both sides. Okay, class. Ito na yung general na equation natin. So how do we simplify this? Kapag in-specify na natin itong sigma naught of theta. So now suppose we let sigma naught of theta equals k, some constant, times cosine theta. Now class, ito depende sa problem nyo kung anong value niyan. Pero in this case, gawin natin k cosine theta. Pwede rin constant or some other function. Pero in this example, ganito yung gagawin natin. Now class, in terms of the Legendre polynomials, ano ang cosine theta? 'Di ba? Siya yung P1 of cosine theta. Kasi 'di ba P naught of x equals 1. Anong P1 of x? That is x. So bali ang P1 of cosine theta ay cosine theta. So now our charge density can be written as k P1 of cosine theta. Now we will use this para ma-solve yung A sub L natin. So next we have, ba't ayaw? Summation L equals 0 to infinity A sub L R raised to L minus 1 PL of cosine theta, that times 2L plus 1, that is equal to K over epsilon naught P1 of cosine theta. Ayan na yung equation natin. Now, next step class, we will use the Fourier trick. Sorry, may construction dito sa amin. So, ano ulit yung gagawin natin sa Fourier trick in spherical coordinates? So, we will multiply by P1 of cos theta sin theta, then integrate from 0 to pi. Ayan, d theta. Now class, bakit nag-decide tayo na P1? Kasi class, 'di ba, yung right hand side natin P1. So bale, ito na yung gagamitin natin. Kasi from the last time, 'di ba, nagkakaroon tayo ng PL prime, ganyan. Pero ang natitira lang naman is at L equals L prime, 'di ba? So looking at the right hand side, automatic ng P1 yung gagamitin natin. Okay, so paano yan mag-work? So both sides, summation L equals 0 to infinity A sub L R is to L minus 1 times 2L plus 1. Integrate 0 to pi PL of cos theta P1 of cos theta sin theta d theta. That is equal to K over epsilon naught integral from 0 to pi P1 of cos theta P1 of cos theta sin theta d theta. Now this is equal to diba siya yung 2 over 2L plus 1 Kronecker delta LL prime. Pero yung L natin ay 1 kasi yung L prime natin ay 1. Diba? So class, we have we will evaluate that at L equals 1. So now we have 2 over 3. Kasi this is non-vanishing for L equals 1. Ayan. So, other terms, L equals 0, L equals 2, L equals 3, magva-vanish to. Dahil sa Kronecker delta. Yung L prime natin ay 1. Now, sa kabila naman, this is also 2 over 3. 2 over 2, 1 plus 1. This is 2 over 3. So, class, ito yung orthogonality condition na kung hindi nyo naaalala, balikan nyo yung previous na lecture natin. Andun yun. So now, ay, nakalimutan ko pala yung ito, yung summation. Itong summation, also non-vanishing only for L equals 1. Sa other terms, magva-vanish siya. Bakit? Kasi may Kronecker delta ka dito. So, L equals 0, 0 yan. L equals 2, 0 din. So, yung infinite sum natin, ma-evaluate lang non-zero at L equals 1. So, now we have A1 dahil L equals 1, R to the 1 minus 1, 2 times 1 plus 1 times 2/3. That is equal to K over epsilon naught. Ito yung right-hand side na, 2 over 3. So, simplifying this, we get ito, 3 plus 3. Ay, tama ba? Ayan, 3 siya. So, bali, ito magiging 1 na lang yan. Therefore, we have A1 that is K over epsilon naught 3. Kasi magka-cancel yung 2. Yung 2, ayan. Ito na yung non-vanishing coefficient natin for all A. A1 lang yung natira. So take note that the other A sub L's vanish. So now class, meron na tayong V in of R theta. That is equal to summation. Yung general natin, L equals 0 to infinity. A sub L, R to the L, PL of cosine theta, di ba? Pero A equals 1 yun lang yung non-zero natin. So now we have A sub 1, R to the 1, P1 of cosine theta. This is equal to, ano yung A1 natin? K over 3 epsilon naught. K over 3 epsilon naught R, anong P1 of cosine theta? Cosine theta. Ito na yung V in. So, nanggaling tayo sa infinite sum, tapos zero out lang natin lahat. Then, we arrived at V in. Now, what's V out of theta? V out of R theta. Diba, this is summation L equals 0 to infinity. B sub L over R raised to L plus 1, PL of cosine theta. Pero class, ano ang B sub L? Recall that give yung unang boundary condition natin, B sub L, ito, A sub L times R raised to 2L plus 1. So, gagamitin din natin yan. So, A sub L, R raised to 2L plus 1. Now, we can rewrite V out as summation L equals 0 to infinity. Ano yung B sub L? A sub L, R raised to 2L plus 1. A sub L, 2L plus 1. Then, over R raised to L plus 1, PL of cosine theta. Now, plus again, yung AL natin, non-vanishing lang for A equals 1. So, we have A1, R raised to 2, 1 plus 1 over R raised to 1 plus 1, P1 of cosine theta. So here we have A1 R cubed over R squared P1 of cosine theta. So bale, ano yung A1 ulit natin? K over 3 epsilon naught. So this is equal to K over 3 epsilon naught R cubed over R squared cosine theta. This is your V out of R theta. Okay, class, na ano, ingay. Class, naintindihan ba how we arrived here? Hello?
Hindi naman.
May kausap pa ba ako?
Here, I think.
May tanong ba? Wala naman. Okay, so how do we check if tama yung solution natin? So, kunin nyo lang yung boundary condition. So, V in of R theta, this should be equal to V out of R theta. Now, class, ano yung V in natin? K over 3 epsilon naught R cosine theta. So, big R cosine theta. Is this equal to K over 3 epsilon naught R cube over R squared cosine theta? So, this is K over 3 epsilon naught R cosine theta.
Clarify ko na lang, sir. Is that a small r under the big R cube yung sa V out? Small r talaga yun, sir?
Wait lang. Pakilakasan.
Yung sa V out, small r talaga sa expression.
Ito?
Yeah.
Yes. Kasi
Big R is constant.
big R is constant, the radius of the sphere.
And yung small r variable.
Small r is variable.
Okay, just clarifying.
Okay, clear ba yan? Now class, that's it for the Laplace equation. So yun lang yung general steps. Meron kang first, general solution, then apply boundary conditions. Then you will arrive at the solution na. So kung walang tanong sa Laplace equation, next topic tayo. Class, your first exam ends here sa Laplace equation. So itong next topic natin ay second exam nyo na. So we will go to charge distributions. Okay, class, 'di ba yung charge distributions natin, meron tayong in general parang row of x. Ito yung charge density natin. Then x is the usual coordinates. Now in this topic, we will use the Dirac delta function. Ay, ano ba yan? So function in the appropriate coordinates. To express the charge densities. Row of x. So class sa Cartesian, meron tayong row of x, y, z, di ba? Tapos sa spherical, meron tayong row of r, theta, phi. Tapos sa cylindrical naman, meron tayong row of s, phi, z. Class yung sa ano nyo, sa textbook, 'di ba yung problem set nyo, cylindrical coordinates, Laplace equation cylindrical coordinates. Yung s doon, ginawa nilang r. Pero pwede, yun na lang yung kopyahin nyo. Pero here in our lectures, I prefer na s yung gamitin natin. Para hindi kayo ma-confuse dito sa r ng spherical coordinate. Okay. So now class, example tayo. let's find the charge density of a single point charge. Q, positioned at 0, 0, 0. So yung x equals 0, y equals 0, z equals 0. So our task is to find the charge density rho of x. O class, ano ang density ng point?
Dirac delta no halos.
So, di ba, kunwari meron kang point charge at the origin. Kunwari, one-dimensional lang. To 0. Ang density mo ay 0 everywhere except kung nasan siya. So, dito ay infinite. Di ba? Class, ang density ng point ay infinite. Tapos, 0 din elsewhere. Now, this is defined as the Dirac delta of x. Or in 3 dimensions, we have rho of x, that is Dirac delta of x, Dirac delta of y, Dirac delta of z. Class, may kulang yung charge Q. So ito na class yung density ng point charge natin. So bakit, paano ko nasabing ito yung density natin? Sige class, kung i-integrate natin yung density over all volume, dapat makuha ko yung charge, di ba? Ang integral ng charge density ay charge. So we have Q, Dirac delta x, Dirac delta y, Dirac delta z. Ano ang small volume sa Cartesian? Dx, dy, dz. Now, this is equal to q. Ilalabas ko yung q kasi constant lang siya. Integral ng delta x dx, integral ng delta y dy, integral ng delta z dz. So ito is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Class, ang integral ng Dirac delta ay 1. So this is q. So bumalik tayo dun sa original charge natin. So na-prove natin na ang charge density ng point ay ito. Now class, question. So what if the charge is displaced at, let's say, 0, 0, d. So yung z coordinate natin na displaced sa d. So bali ang charge density natin, this is q, Dirac delta of x, Dirac delta of y, Dirac delta of z minus d. So yan yung charge density natin. Na-displace lang yung z natin by d. So kunwari, yung charge natin, ano ba to? So charge is at x naught, y naught, z naught. Andyan yung ano niya, position niya. So yung rho of x natin, q Dirac delta of x minus x naught, Dirac delta of y minus y naught, Dirac delta of z minus z naught. Na-displace lang yung mga Dirac delta natin. Kasi here, x naught equals 0, di ba? So parang x minus 0 lang yan. So yun. Class, next example, what if meron tayong two charges? Meron tayong dipole, kunwari. A charge, positive q on 0, 0, positive d over 2, and charge negative q on 0, 0, negative d over 2. So kunwari, ito yung z coordinate natin. Meron kang plus q dito. Meron kang minus q dito. This is d over 2. This is negative d over 2. So class, how do we write the charge density of this configuration? Anyone? Okay. Di ba dalawang point lang yan? So bale, meron tayong Dirac delta of something plus Dirac delta of something. So we have rho of x. This is equal to positive q, Dirac delta of x, delta y, tapos delta z minus d over 2 plus negative q, delta x, delta y, delta of z minus minus d over 2. So bale magiging plus d over 2 to. Okay, class. So ganun lang. Kunwari tatlo, o di mag-a-add ka ng isa pang Dirac delta. Or kung any point, how many points man yan, magdadagdag lang kayo ng Dirac delta function. So next example naman, kunwari hindi na point charge. So suppose meron tayong charge Q uniformly distributed over a circular ring. Of radius r lying in the xy plane. So ang tanong natin is find the charge density rho of x kung meron kang circular ring of radius r lying in the xy plane. So andyan siya. xy tapos z. So bali yung ring nyo nasa z equals 0. Now class, how do we solve for the charge density neto?
Cylindrical?
Okay, tama ba na cylindrical coordinates ang gamitin natin? So bakit? Sige, paki-justify. Bakit cylindrical?
Kasi since circular symmetry, pwede namang we can use the symmetry ng cylindrical coordinates for.
Bakit hindi Cartesian?
Pwede namang Cartesian, pero parang mas madali.
Tama. Mas madali kapag cylindrical. Okay. So class, yun yung first step pala. Find the appropriate coordinate system na gagamitin nyo. So here, mas convenient to use cylindrical coordinates. Cylindrical coordinates. Pero class, kunwari, minsan maisip nyo, ay, bilog. So, bale, spherical. Diba? Pwede rin. Pero, mas madali kapag cylindrical. So, let's see kung paano to mag-work. So, ang rho natin, rho of S phi z. Kapag cylindrical coordinates tayo. So, class, how do we solve for the density? First, i-divide natin yung charge Q over the ring. So, Q over the whole ring, 2 pi r. Okay, yan yung first step pa. I-distribute nyo yung charge Q over the whole configuration, kung ano man yon. Next, how do we use the Dirac delta here? Take note that yung R natin ay yung S. Diba yung S ito? S coordinate ito. Yan. Yung S natin, meron lang ring at S equals R. Diba? Doon lang nakapwesto yung ring natin sa S equals R. Sa S less than R, wala. Empty space yon. Or S greater than R, wala ka ring doon. Nasa S equals R lang siya. So, bali we have Dirac delta of S minus R. May isa pa. Class, di ba yung ring natin positioned lang at z equals 0? So wala kang ring above that or wala kang ring below that. So magdadagdag tayo ng Dirac delta of z minus 0 or Dirac delta of c. So yan na yung ano natin, configuration natin. Question, bakit wala akong Dirac delta of phi? Anyone? Ba't wala akong Dirac delta of phi na nilagay? Kasi class, yung ring umiikot from 0 to 2 pi, di ba? So maraming values yung phi. Therefore, wala kang ilalagay na Dirac delta. Yung Dirac delta, ilalagay nyo lang sa somewhere na doon lang nakapwesto yung configuration natin. So sige, para i-check, let's integrate the density. So ang rho d cube x, dapat q yung makuha natin. So ano yung rho natin? That is q over 2 pi r. Ano to? Delta s minus r delta z. Class, ano ang small volume sa cylindrical?
RD rho dz.
'Di ba yung, sige, small cylinder tayo. Class, parang mahina yung boses nyo or volume ko lang yung mahina. Or malakas yung background ko. Pero hindi ko kayo naririnig masyado. Pag magsasalta kayo, class, pakilakasan ng onte. Now, this is, ano yun? Kunwari, may small cylinder tayo dyan. This is S. This is Z. Tapos yung paikot, yun yung phi. So, kung kukuha ka ng small volume class, di ba, length times width times height. Yung small length mo, ds. Yung small height, dz. Yung small width, sd phi. Tama, itong small arc length. sd phi yan. So, ang d cube x mo, s, ds, d phi, dz. Now, class, magandang practicein nyo yung ganito, kung paano kumuha ng small area, small volume, sa kung anumang coordinate system na meron kayo. Kasi class, ang first step ay find the appropriate coordinate system. So next, so mag-integrate kayo, ganyan-ganyan. Convenient na marunong kayo mag-construct ng mga ganito. So we have ano to? S, ds, d phi, dz. So separate natin. Yung q over 2 pi r, constant lang yan. S muna. S ds, delta s minus r. So, ang S natin ranging from 0 to R. Ang dz natin, ano naman yung z? We have delta z dz. This runs from, ano to? Any z. Sige, huwag muna natin isulat. Tapos yung phi natin, running from 0 to 2 pi d phi. Plus actually yung z0 yan. 0 to 0. Pero itong delta z, class, ano siya, di ba? 1 yung value neto. Tapos itong d phi, 2 pi. Di ba kasi phi evaluated from 0 to 2 pi, 2 pi yan. Pero class ito, ano ang value ng integral na to? The value of this function at S equals R. So, ang value ng integral na to ay R. Okay, si class, di ba? Ang integral ng f of x, Dirac delta of x minus a dx, that is equal to f of a. Class, anong f of x natin dito? S. Ano ang a natin? R. So, anong f of r? O di r. Okay. So, now we have q over 2 pi r times r times 2 pi is equal to q. So, medyo tama naman yung charge density natin kasi when we integrate it, big Q pala to, sorry. Bumalik tayo dun sa original charge. Now, next, class clear ba? Kung paano tayo nag-arrive dun sa charge density natin? To. Sige, more example pa tayo para hindi mas magets nyo. So, another example. We have a charge Q. Uniformly distributed. Ano ba to? But small q? This is big Q. Over some spherical shell. Ay, not double L. Spherical shell of radius r. So the question is find the rho of x. Class, di ba madali lang malaman yung sigma neto? This is q over 4 pi r squared. Yan yung surface charge density niya, di ba? Pero now, class, we are looking for the volume charge density. Kasi, tignan nyo to. Di ba, madali lang naman malaman ang linear charge density nito. That is q over 2 pi r. Q over the circumference. Yan yung linear charge density, di ba? Pero we are looking for the volume charge density rho. So the question is, what is the rho of x? So, syempre, meron tayong spherical shell. Gagamit tayo ng spherical coordinates. So, bale, meron tayong rho of r, theta phi. So, rho equals rho of r theta phi. Sa spherical coordinates. Now, ano yung first step? Yung rho ay yung charge, i-distribute natin over the whole sphere. So, q over 4 pi r squared. Pero class, saan lang defined yung shell natin? Only at r equals big R, di ba? Doon ka lang merong spherical shell. Before that, wala. Tapos beyond that, wala din. So, mag-multiply tayo dito ng Dirac delta of r minus r. So, yan na yung charge density natin. So, ulit, recap. Anong first step? Distribute mo yung charge. Second step, find the appropriate delta function. Okay, check natin kung tama. So, ano ang rho d cube x? That is equal to integral ng q over 4 pi r squared. Delta r minus r squared sine theta dr d theta d phi. So, this is constant q over 4 pi r squared. Integral ng r squared delta r minus r dr, integral ng sine theta d theta, integral ng d phi. Now class, ito ay value of the function at r equals big R. So this is r squared. Ito, 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi. Class mental natin, this is negative 2. This is positive 2. This is 2 pi. So bali 4 pi. So this is q over 4 pi r squared times 4 pi. So meron tayong q. So tama na ang charge density natin ay ganito. Since when we integrate that, we arrive at the original charge Q. Now class, question, how to construct charge densities. Oras na. Wala. Okay, now let's proceed to multiple expansion. Now class, yung boundary value problems natin, di ba first we had method of images. So yung method of images, meron ka lang image charge na nilalagay to replace the original problem. Next, Laplace equation. Yun ay kapag meron kang, yung Laplace equation nyo, di ba, del squared v equals 0. Now class, what if meron na tayong charges? So itong right hand side, hindi na 0. Kasi di ba class, recall that your Poisson equation, meron kang del squared v equals 0 over epsilon naught. Tapos yung Laplace equation nyo, del squared v equals 0. So what if meron tayong rho? How do we solve for those systems? Now class, one way is to do multiple expansion. So multiple expansion class, we note that, so if you are very far from a finite localized distribution, saan ba yun? It looks like a point charge. Diba class, kunwari meron kang arbitrary na charge density na ganyan. Tapos malayong malayo ka. Diba mukha siyang point? Take note, finite localized. Meaning hindi to nag-extend to infinity. So it looks like a point charge. And the potential is something like 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q over r. So it behaves like this, where q is the total charge. Di ba class, ang potential ng point ay ganyan. Now, example tayo. So class, here at multiple expansion, special case, you are very far from the charge distribution. Example tayo class, the electric dipole. So, na-encounter nyo na siguro yung dipole, di ba? Meron kang positive Q dito, tapos meron kang negative Q dito, separated by a distance D. So the question is, find the potential from here. So this is far from the dipole. Yeah. The question is, ano yung potential at points far away from the dipole? So now, first, mag-drawing tayo ng line. Ganito. Ayan. So let's label this script R plus. And mag-drawing din tayo ng line from here. Let's label this script R minus. And mag-drawing tayo ng imaginary line dito. And here at 0, magdo-drawing ulit tayo ng isa pang line. Oops. So ganyan. So let's label this R. Tama class kasi ito yung 0 natin. So ito yung usual na radial coordinate R. Now class, take note that ito yung polar angle theta natin sa usual spherical coordinates. So this is 180 minus theta. Kasi straight line to, di ba? So itong isang angle, 180 degrees minus theta. So anong ginawa natin? We let script R plus be the distance from positive Q, and script R minus from negative Q. So class, ang potential natin, V of R, kasi, so sige, V of X, that is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Yung contribution ng positive, so positive Q over script R plus 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Negative Q over R minus. Diba? Yan lang yung potential natin, class. Contribution ng dalawa. So here we have Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 over R plus minus 1 over R minus. Isingit ko na lang dito. Now class, from the law of cosines, we have ito. Tignan nyo tong triangle na to. Ito yung side 1, ito yung side 2, ito yung side 3. So we have R plus squared, that is R squared plus D over 2 squared minus 2 D over 2R cosine theta. So nanggaling yon, di ba? C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Ano yung B natin? D over 2. Minus 2AB cosine the angle. Ito yung angle. Okay, so tandaan nyo yung law of cosine nyo. Similarly, dun sa triangle sa baba, we have R minus squared. That is R squared plus D over 2 squared. Hindi na kasya. Minus 2 D over 2 R cosine 180 minus theta. Bakit 180 minus theta? Ito yung angle na titignan natin. So, bale, C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine the angle. So, ayan yan. Simplify nga natin. So, we have R squared. This is R squared plus D over 2 squared minus 2 D over 2 R cos theta. Yung kabila naman, R minus squared, that is R squared plus D over 2 squared minus dr cos 180 minus theta. Bakit dr? Kasi 2 over 2. May over 2 ka dyan sa baba. So, bale, we have, anong cos 180 minus theta? Cos sin. This is R squared plus D over 2 squared plus dr cos theta. Tapos itong taas naman mawala din yan to. Okay, so meron tayong R plus and R minus. Let's recall your binomial expansion. Class, bakit biglang sumingit yung binomial expansion? Kasi we will get ito. Mamaya makikita nyo kung ba't to ginamit. So for x much less than 1, we have 1 plus x raised to n that is approximately equal to 1 plus nx plus something, higher order terms. So meron kang x squared dito, pero x kasi much less than 1, so ito, very small term yan. Pwede nating i-neglect na lang. So paano natin magagamit yung binomial expansion? So we have r plus squared, that is r squared plus d over 2 squared plus dr cos theta, di ba? Ay, minus pala. Minus dr cos theta. Now class, this is equal to r squared times 1 plus d squared over 4r squared minus d over r cosine theta. Ayan. So, ang ginawa ko, in-isolate ko lang yung r. So, r squared, second term, third term. So, similarly, ganun din yung gagawin natin sa r minus. So, r minus squared, that is r squared times 1 plus t squared over 4r squared plus d over r cos theta. Ayan. Now, dito na papasok yung binomial expansion. We approximate at d much less than r. Bakit? Di ba itong dipole nyo? Distance ID. Pero yung r ay very far. Very far yung r from the source. So, bali, we approximate at d much less than r. So, next. Now we have the term d squared over 4r squared is negligible. Medyo mandadaya tayo, class. So, itong middle term natin, negligible yan. Kasi d much less than r, di ba? Paano pa kaya pag d squared over r squared? O di much less than, 1. So, we have r plus squared that is approximately equal to, so tatanggalin natin yung middle term, r squared 1 plus d over r cos theta. Now we have r minus squared approximately equal to r squared 1 ay minus pala to. Ba't ako nalilito? Minus to. Tama ba? Minus. Ito yung plus. d over r cos theta. So, bale, we have r plus that is equal to r times 1 minus d over r cos theta to the 1/2. Diba? Kasi yung r to the 1/2, yung over 2 mo magiging 1. Similarly here, so yung r minus, this is r times 1 plus d over r cos theta to the 1/2. Next, ano ang gagawin natin? Ano ang 1 over r plus? So, babalik ta rin natin. So, ito magiging 1 over r, ito magiging negative 1/2. So, we have 1 over r, 1 minus d over r cos theta to the negative 1/2. Now, using the binomial expansion, this is approximately equal to 1 over r times 1 plus 1/2 d over r cos theta. O, bakit na naman nangyari yan? Sa yung binomial expansion. Ito, for x less than 1, ito yung x. Ano yung x natin dito? d over r. Ito ay much less than 1. Okay? So next, ano ang 1 plus x to the n? So 1 plus nx. 1 plus, ang n natin, negative 1/2. So negative times negative, positive. So yung n natin ito, tapos ito yung x natin. Okay. Similarly, yung 1 over r minus, that is equal to 1 over r times 1 minus, plus, d over r cos theta to the negative 1/2. So using the binomial expansion, this is 1 over r, 1 minus 1/2 d over r cos theta. So now class, we have 1 over r plus minus 1 over r minus. That is equal to 1 over r, 1 minus d over r, 1 plus 1/2 d over r cos theta minus 1 over r times 1 minus 1/2 d over r cos theta. So class, yung mga 1, itong 1 magka-cancel lang yan. So ito mag-a-add up kasi magiging positive to. Negative, negative, positive. So here we have 1 over r, d over r, d over 2r cos theta plus 1 over r, d over 2r cos theta. So magmumultiply lang yan ng 2. We have 1 over r plus minus 1 over r minus. This is equal to d over r squared cos theta. So tama, d over r squared cos theta. Tapos magmumultiply ng 2. So next, therefore, di ba yung v of r natin, v of x, that is equal to, ito. Ito pala. Ito. Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 over r plus minus 1 over r minus. Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 over r plus minus 1 over r minus. So, bali, this is q over 4 pi epsilon naught. D over r squared cos theta. So, rearrange ko lang. So, v of x approximately equal to, kasi nag-approximate tayo, class, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught qd cos theta over r squared. Ito na yung potential of a dipole at a very far away point, field point. Now class, isipin nyo bakit tayo nag-approximate ng potential from very far sources? Kasi madalas yung mga integral na lumalabas sa equation natin, mahirap i-solve. Kapag medyo complicated na yung charge density nyo, mahirap mag-solve ng integrals. So, what we're doing is we will approximate them. Now, class, di ba multiple expansion tayo? So, in general, ang isang charge, tinatawag natin yan na monopole. Ang potential, approximately 1 over r. Di ba yung kq over r, yun yung potential ng point charge. Now, kung meron tayong dalawa, negative, positive, we call this a dipole. Parang example natin kanina. Yung potential approximately behaves as 1 over r squared. Yung previous natin, di ba, yung dipole, r squared siya. R squared yung behavior niya. Next, anong next ng dipole? Quadrupole. So, 4. We have plus, minus, plus, minus. This is your quadrupole. Yung potential naman behaves as 1 over r cubed. Then meron din tayong next sa quadrupole, octupole. So ganyan siya. So plus, minus, tapos minus, plus, minus, plus. So ganyan siya. This is your octupole. Yung V behaves as 1 over r to the fourth and so forth and so on. Actually, hindi ko na alam kung ano yung itsura nung next. Next ng octupole 16. Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung itsura nun. So hanggang dyan lang tayo. Now, ang sabi ko, 'di ba, mahirap mag-solve ng integrals kapag complicated na yung charge distribution natin. So now, we will exploit the multiple expansion. Ito yung multipoles. Ito, monopole, dipole, quadrupole, octupole. So now, class, what we'll do is, we'll consider an arbitrary charge distribution. Okay, so general tayo. Kunwari, ayan, pangit na charge distribution. So, again, yung source point natin, we label them as x prime. Tapos yung field point natin, di ba, we label them as x. Tapos yung from the source to the field, we call that the script r. So now, class, recall natin na v of x, that is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught integral ng rho of x prime. This is x minus x prime. D cube x prime over x minus x prime. Sige, saan to nanggaling, class? Di ba ang potential ng point charge is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q over x minus x prime. Yan yung potential ng point charge, di ba? Ngayon yung q, gawin mong rho d cube x. So to find the potential, i-integrate mo yan. Kaya may ganyan. Ito lang yung total charge. Okay? So, prime coordinates tayo, class, kasi nasa source tayo. Ini-integrate natin siya over all the source. Kaya itong volume na to, itong volume runs at the source. Next, we have suppose meron tayong class, gawin na lang natin tong vector r. Mag-spherical na lang tayo. Tapos, ito gawin nating r prime, yung source. So, ito gawin nating script r ulit. R minus r prime. Tapos ito theta prime. Now, from the law of cosines, as meron tayong r squared, ito, a squared plus b squared. So, bale, r squared plus r prime squared minus 2r r prime cos theta prime. Ayan. So, factor out natin, that is r squared, 1 plus r prime over r squared minus 2 r prime over r cos theta prime. Yan yung r squared, di ba? So, bale, kunin natin yung r. That is r times 1 plus r prime over r squared minus 2 r prime over r cos theta prime to the 1/2. So, yan. Pero we can, again, factor this out as r times 1 plus r prime over r multiplied by r prime over r minus 2 cos theta prime to the 1/2. Diba? Ito, Pinactor out lang natin yan. We can write this as class itong value na to. We write this as some small epsilon. So this is r times 1 plus epsilon to the 1/2, where epsilon is given by this. Now class 4 points far away from R, we have R over R prime over R minus 2 cos theta prime. That is much less than 1. Kasi class, di ba, yung R prime pala, far away from the source. So yung R natin, malayong malayo compared dito. So bale, itong buong to, much less than 1.
Sir, di ba parang baliktad? Much, much greater than 1?
Ano?
Di ba parang baliktad?
Bakit?
Kasi very, very large yung R.
Ay, R prime over R pala. Ito? Ayan. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay na. So, R prime is small, R is large. So, therefore, itong buong to, much less than 1. Now, we will use binomial expansion. Class, siguro naisip nyo, medyo parang, ano ba to? Puro approximate na lang yung ginagawa. Yes, kasi mahirap talaga mag-solve ng exact potentials. So what we're doing usually is nag-approximate tayo. So recall the binomial expansion, 1 plus x raised to, let's say, alpha. This time, ano na, kunin na natin yung totoong expansion niya. Alpha minus 1x squared. Let's say, 4 terms tayo. 1 over 6, alpha minus 1, alpha minus 2, x cubed, plus dot. So, ayan. Therefore, yung ating 1 over r, that is equal to, di ba, yung kanina 1 over r, 1 plus epsilon to the negative 1/2. So, bale, binomial expansion natin, 1 over r, 1 minus 1/2 epsilon plus 1/2, ito na tayo, third term na tayo. 1/2 times alpha, negative 1/2, negative 1/2 minus 1 epsilon squared plus 1 over 6, negative 1/2, negative 1/2 minus 1, negative 1/2 minus 2, epsilon cube, plus dot. Now, class A, simplify na natin yan. So, we have 1 over r, that is equal to 1 over r. So, when you evaluate itong mga to, di ba, mga number lang yan. This is equal to 1 minus 1/2 epsilon plus 3 over 8 epsilon squared minus 5 over 16 epsilon cube plus dot. So class, recall natin yung epsilon, that is equal to r over r, r prime over r, r prime over r minus 2 cos theta prime. Cos theta prime. So substitute natin back. So 1 over r, that is equal to 1 over r multiplied by 1 minus 1/2 r prime over r, r prime over r minus 2 cos theta prime, plus 3 over 8 epsilon cube. Tama ba? So we have ay epsilon squared pala. 3 over 8 epsilon squared. R prime over R squared. R prime over R minus 2 cos theta prime squared minus 5 over 16. R prime over R cube times R prime over R minus 2 cos theta prime cube plus dot dot dot. Now, class, i-ano ko lang, simplify natin to. 1 over R, 1 plus R prime over R cos theta prime plus R prime over R squared 1 half 3 cos squared theta prime minus 1 plus R prime over R times 1 half 5 cos cube theta prime minus 3 cos theta prime plus dot dot dot. So class, ang ginawa ko dito, ni-rearrange ko lang yung terms nito. Now class, anong mapapansin nyo dito sa mga expressions na to?
Mukhang Legendre polynomial.
Mukha silang Legendre polynomials, di ba? So now, let's recall your Legendre polynomials. Tapos napapansin nyo ba, ang daming topics na kailangang aralin dito. So P naught of x, because when itong Legendre polynomials, galing to sa 1, 1, 2 eh. So P1 of x, that is x. So P2 of x, that is 1 half 3x squared minus 1. Tapos P3 of x, that is equal to 1 half 5x cubed minus 3x, 3x. Then, so forth and so on. Now class, itong mga to, mukha siyang Legendre polynomials evaluated at cosine theta. So bale, we have we then have 1 over r, that is equal to 1 over r summation n equals 0 to infinity r prime over r raised to n pn of cos theta prime. Ito yung 1 over r na nasa labas ng summation. Tapos yung summation, dito nagsa-start. So, n equals 0 to infinity r prime over r raised to n. Kasi yung first term, r prime over r raised to 0. So, 1 lang yan. Kasi next term, r prime over r raised to 1. Ito raised to 2. Tapos raised to 3. Tapos itong mga to, yung partner nila, yung mga Legendre polynomials. Okay? So, generalize lang natin into some, sum na to. Now, class, let's recall your V of R, V of X. That's equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Integral ng 1 over R, rho of X prime, d cube X prime. Tapos itong 1 over R class, insert natin to. So we have V of R, V of X. That is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Summation n equals 0 to infinity. 1 over r raised to n plus 1. Integral ng r prime to the n. Pn of cos theta prime. Rho of r prime. Rho of x prime. d cube x prime. Now class.
Sir, bakit n plus 1 yung sa r?
Ha?
Bakit n plus 1?
Bakit ito? Ay, sige, sige.
Ba?
Kasi, burahin ko. Ganyan siya, di ba? Ito. Tapos may 1 over r ka dito.
I see.
Tapos yung integration natin, over prime coordinates lang. So yung r pwedeng lumabas. So yung r ko, pwede kong ilabas. 1 over r raised to n plus 1. Now class, this is our approximate potential for the multiple expansion. Medyo ano to. Sige, titigan nyo muna. Ang ano dito, ang case dito, nag-approximate tayo, di ba? So, up to what order tayo mag-approximate? Monopole, dipole, quadrupole? Nagdedepende yun dito. So, kunwari, ang nakalagay sa question is, approximate the potential far away from the source up to the dipole term. So, up to n equals, 1, 2, ganun lang yung i-evaluate nyo. Tapos, class, tignan nyo. Meron tayong some arbitrary source or charge density dito. Tapos, meron kang itong usual d cube x prime. Tapos, meron ka lang Legend polynomials dito. Tapos, multiply mo yung r prime to the n. Class, madali na lang itong i-integrate. Madali mag-integrate ng ganyang form.
Independent of coordinate system na to, sir, no?
Pero usually, yung mga ganito, pwedeng gamitin yung spherically symmetric problems. Usually, spherically symmetric na encounter sa multiple expansion. Class, di ba naalala nyo yung may mga Dirac delta tayo? Kapag pinasok nyo yung Dirac delta dito, sobrang dali na lang mag-integrate. So, yun yung purpose nun. Sige, example tayo para ma-appreciate nyo yung multiple expansion. Again, class, ang multiple expansion, ginagawa kapag R is very far away. So, wag namang infinity, far away. So, kunwari, sige nga, expand natin to. So, V of x, that is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 over r, integral ng rho of x prime, d cube x prime, plus, in-expand ko lang yung summation na, 1 over r squared, integral ng r prime, cos theta prime, rho of x prime, d cube x prime, plus 1 over r cube, integral ng r prime squared, 3/2. Yung Legend polynomials, inaano ko na rin. Cos squared theta prime minus 1/2 rho of x prime, d cube x prime, plus higher order terms. So, higher order terms. Class, itong first term, this is our monopole term. Monopole term. Itong second term, this is our dipole term. Ang next term natin ay quadrupole term. And so forth and so on. Okay. So, balik class, ang potential, ang sinasabi ng multiple expansion, we can express some arbitrary potential in terms of its monopole, dipole term, quadrupole term, and so forth and so on. Okay, now, class, example tayo. Simple lang, point charge. So, a point charge, a Q naught, is located at the origin. Find the potential. Due to the monopole term. So class, bakit monopole lang yung hinanap natin? Kasi nag-iisang charge lang siya, di ba? Tignan nyo to. Ang monopole term, nag-iisang charge. Kapag hinanap niyo ang dipole term niyan, automatic 0 yon. Pero pwede niyong i-try, pwede niyong i-solve yung dipole term, pero 0 yon. Now class, what's row of x prime? 'Di ba row of x kanina? Ngayon, bakit row of x prime? Kasi row of x prime yung ginagamit natin. So class, ano ang row of x prime?
Delta x.
Delta. So this is Q naught Dirac delta of, let's say, spherical coordinates tayo, r prime. Ganyan lang siya. Okay, sige. Gawin nating Cartesian, delta x, delta y, delta z. So now class, v of r, that is equal to, v of x, that is equal to, due to monopole term, that is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, 1 over r. Ano ang monopole term? Ito, di ba? Row of x prime, d cube x prime. So this is, ano ang row of x prime? Q naught delta x, delta y, delta z, dx, dy, dz. Now, ito ay Q naught, ilalabas ko lang. Tapos yung integral netong buong to, 1 lang. This is Q naught over 4 pi epsilon naught 1 over r. So, yun lang siya due to the monopole term. Tapos kapag kinuha nyo yung dipole term, magzi-zero out yung integral na yan. Okay. So, yun lang sa point charge. Next example tayo, medyo complicated naman yung integral natin. So, how about a sphere? So, kunwari, meron kang radius r. Carries a charge density. Let's say, rho of r theta, spherical coordinates tayo. That is k over r sine theta. The question is, use the multiple expansion. Ay, class nga pala, itong Lagrange polynomials, parang nagkataon lang siya, no? So, convenient na Lagrange polynomials yung naging result niyan. Anyway, use the multiple expansion to approximate the potential. At very far away points. So, r much greater than r.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
What is r theta? What coordinates are these again?
Wait, sorry, pakilakasan. Hello?
Anong coordinates yung r theta? Paano?
Rho of r theta sa spherical coordinates.
Okay. Just clarifying.
'Di ba? Sige, para unang tingin alam niyo na. Sa Cartesian, XYZ. Sa spherical, r theta phi. Sa cylindrical, s phi z. So kapag nakita niyo yung mga yan, automatic nang makikita niyo kung anong coordinate system meron tayo. R theta, spherical. Now, find the contribution of number 1, the monopole term. 2, dipole term. And 3, the quadrupole. So approximate natin up to the quadrupole term. Now class, kung ito ang row of r theta, ano naman ang row of r prime theta prime? So this is K over R prime sine theta prime. So yun yung first step i-convert nyo to into prime coordinates. So next, ipapasok nyo siya dun sa integral. Next page tayo. So number 1, monopole term. So let's find the V monopole of X. This is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught 1 over R. Ano yung monopole term natin? Ito, rho of X prime d cube X prime. Class, nakikita nyo ba yung monopole term? Para siyang net charge. Di ba yung rho of X evaluated at the whole volume? Para siyang net charge. Okay, sige. 1 over R integral ng K constant over R prime sin theta prime d cube X prime. Now, pwede kong ilabas yung K, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught K over R integral ng 1 over R prime sin theta prime. Ano ang d cube X prime? R prime squared sin theta prime dr prime d theta prime d phi prime. 'Di ba yung ito lang yung usual na infinitesimal volume natin sa spherical coordinates. Ginawa lang nating prime. So this is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught K over R. Sa R muna tayo. So this is R prime dr prime. Evaluated from 0 to big R. Tapos yung theta, sin squared theta prime. D theta prime. Evaluated from 0 to pi. Then yung phi, d phi prime lang. 0 to 2 pi. Now class, I hope marunong pa kayo mag-integrate ng sin squared. So recall that sin squared x, this is 1 minus cos 2x over 2. So this whole, ito muna, ito madali lang yan, r prime squared. Ito 2 pi. Yung gitnang integral yung mahirap. So this is 1/2 evaluated from 0 to pi ng 1 minus cos 2 theta prime d theta prime, which is equal to 1/2 theta prime minus 1/2 sin theta prime, evaluated from 0 to pi. So kapag in-evaluate nyo, this is pi over 2. Okay, so meron na tayong 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught K over R. Ito R squared over 2. Tapos yung second term, pi over 2. Yung pangatlo, 2 pi. So, the monopole term, so V mon X, that is equal to K, simplify nga natin. K R squared pi over 8 epsilon naught R. K R squared pi over 8 epsilon naught R. This is the monopole term. Next, dipole term. So we have V dipole of X. So mag-integrate lang tayo. 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught 1 over R squared integral ng R prime cos theta prime. Ano yung R prime cos theta prime? Rho of X prime d cube X prime. Ano ang rho of X prime natin? K over R prime sin theta prime. Tapos yung d cube X prime. R prime squared sin theta prime. dr prime. d theta prime. d phi prime. Okay. Class, take note, yung R squared, ano yan nasa labas yan So this is, ilabas natin yung constant. 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught k, yan lang pala yung constant. So yung r, ano yung r? R prime squared. dr prime. So 0 to big R. Yung theta, 0 to pi, sin theta prime, sin squared theta prime, cos theta prime, d theta prime. Tapos yung phi naman, wala. d phi prime, 0 to 2 pi. O class, madaling i-integrate to, madaling integrate to. Itong gitna ulit yung mahirap. So, integrate natin to. U sub, kaya ba ng U sub? Okay. U equals sin theta. Therefore, du equals cos theta d theta. Sin theta prime, sorry. Nakalimutan ko yung prime coordinates. Ayan. Now, ito ay integral ng u squared du, which is equal to u cubed over 3. So 1/3 u cubed evaluated from something. So this is equal to 1/3 sin theta prime. Sin cube theta prime evaluated from 0 to pi. Class, ano ang sin cube ng pi? 0. 0. Sin, di ba? So yung pi, gaganon ka. 0 minus sin 0, 0 ulit. So 0. Yung middle term mo, 0. Therefore, yung buong term mo, 0. So walang contribution ang dipole. Okay? So class, medyo convenient gumamit ng multiple expansion kasi later on magkaka-encounter kayong problems na 0 lahat except sa monopole or sa dipole. Ganon. Okay, so now let's evaluate the quadrupole term. Ay class, time na. Time na mag-dismiss tayo ng maaga kasi lunchtime na. So problem set.
Yay!
Evaluate the quadrupole term. Okay? Quadrupole. Then write down v of x up to the quadrupole term. Okay, so problem set number 1 nyo yan. Okay? Sa next problem set. So yung unang problem set nyo, yung huling binigay ko. This time, ito problem set number 2 na to. So number 1. Question 1. Yan. So class, that's it for multiple expansion. May tanong ba?
So, tinawag mo siyang multiple expansion dahil lang in-expand kasi siya into multiple terms.
Yes. In-expand mo siya into multiple terms. Tapos, yung tawag doon ay monopole, dipole. Ganon. May tanong pa? So yung exam, wala bang tanong tungkol sa exam?
Mahirap ba, sir?
Ha?
Mahirap po ba yung exam, sir?
Doable.
What kind of problems should we expect or prepare for?
Siguro if pinanood nyo lahat ng lectures, kaya nyo siyang i-perfect. So, ganun. 'Di ba, class, open everything, open Google, open book. Hindi naman ako magbibigay ng problem na hindi kayang i-solve within the day. So again, ano yung sistema? Parang yung exam ko sa 121, problem solving, tapos may konting essay. Then 100 points. Tapos you can solve it within 24 hours.
So what did you say before essay? Yung parang ano yung breakdown ulit?
Problem solving and essay. 'Di ba yung essay parang why is this like that? Parang gano'n lang yung mga essay ko. 'Di ba? Or explain without equations why the result is this. Mga gano'ng type ng essay. Then, ano pa ba? Kailan niyo gustong i-upload yung ano, exam? I-upload ko yung exam, Wednesday or Friday? So, Friday yung schedule, 'di ba? So, yun na? Ayaw niyong bukas?
Medyo busy po kami bukas eh. May
Sige,
quiz
Friday.
rin po kami.
Friday, edi mag-exam kayo ng Sabado. Kasi upload ko siya Friday 12 noon. So, may exam kayo hanggang Saturday 12 noon. Except kung matapos nyo agad. Ayan. Sige. So, Friday 12 noon, i-upload ko yung exam. Then you can submit it up to Saturday 12 noon. So, wala nang tanong? Okay, kung wala nang tanong and that's it, dismiss na tayo.
Bye, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you po.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Sige. Lunch na.